Mom life can be chaotic, crazy, and overwhelming as you give and care for everyone else but you. Well, it's time to take back you and turn up the spice in your life. Welcome to Spicy Mom Life Podcast. I'm your host, Alicia Johnson, CEO and founder of Spicy Mom Life. As a single mom of two myself, I'm here to teach you how to step out of the box that society has put you in so that you can start living a truly fulfilled, authentic, empowered life beyond just motherhood. We talk all things motherhood, sex, life, relationships, and more. And I do mean more. This is not your everyday vanilla mom chats. Expect things to get spicy AF. So let's get to it. Welcome back to Spicy Mom Life. Today's topic, talking about what does this whole act your age term really mean? Like where does that come from? Like what does acting your age actually mean? This goes from, when you're a kid to when you're older. When you get to a certain age and you start acting, quote, childlike, people are like, why don't you act your age? Or moms who want to go out, partying. You shouldn't do that. You're a mom. You should be acting your age. Like, what the fuck? I just don't get why that has to be such a thing. And who has determined what various actions are appropriate for any given age? Like, who determines that? The person that should determine it is you. Age is a number. Age doesn't, are there certain things that at a certain age you can do, you're able to do? Sure. But like, if you're 40 and want to act like a little kid and have fun and go, jump in a trampoline park, why should that be seen as not okay? It should be normalized that we act however we feel like. These should do this, should do that. It's killing us as a society. It is putting you into this box of, okay, now you're 30, now you need to do XYZ. Now you're 40, now you need to do XYZ. Now you're 50, you need to do XYZ. Why? Like, who determined those specific things? It wasn't you. You might have those thoughts because that's what you've been conditioned through society, through your parents, through social media, that's the way you're supposed to act. But if you don't want to act that way, then don't. As long as you're, acting within things that are legal and, if you have a job, being professional. But outside of that, like, you, it's okay to act more, quote, childlike. Like, one of the biggest things that's an issue in society is we lose that childlike demeanor. We forget to have fun. We forget to feel free. It's like you go through, if you look at a toddler or even, just an elementary school age kid, they're having so much fun and they're joyous and they're excited and they're happy. And then you get to adulthood and that is so quickly lost in the busyness and the shoulds and the shouldn'ts of adulthood. Now, like, I get that we have to work, we have to do this, we have more responsibilities, but that doesn't mean we can't still have fun as an adult. one of my biggest pet peeves lately is seeing all of these memes of referencing, being, a kid and or like, a teenager, college age, and being up late partying and like not actually going out until like 8 or 9 o'clock. And then the other that shows, 8 o'clock, oh, I can't go out, like I'm sleeping, as this like big shift in like it's suddenly just not doable at an older age. And I find that so disheartening. Now, I get that, generally speaking, as we get older, like the energy we have, the stamina we have, it changes. Fair. However, if you are taking good care of yourself, there is no reason why you shouldn't still have the energy and the desire and stuff to go do fun things on a regular basis. It but we get put in this place where it is normalized to not do fun things the older you get. And that's such bullshit. You can still have all of the fun later in life. Will it look different? Yeah, because you're a different age, you're a different person, but that doesn't mean you can't still do it. So instead of conforming and just settling for all of this stigma of, oh, you're older, oh, you're a mom, okay, you need to like stop having fun outside of your kids. No, it's time to be done with that. You get one life, you get one opportunity to live it in the best way possible. And some people will be like, oh, well, I'll do it when the kids are older. Oh, I'll do it when I retire. What if you don't make it to that age? What if you don't make it another 5 years? What if you don't make it another 2 years? That is the reality that we live in. The amount of people, young people, relatively speaking, who I know personally who have lost their lives in the last 2 years is devastating. Most of them are within 5 years of my age. 5 years. And they were all seemingly healthy people. We all have different issues, but like shit happens. It doesn't even have to be health. Like accidents happen, car accidents happen, fires happen, like all kinds of shit can happen. And I don't do this to like put fear in you. It's to get you to realize the reality of the time that you have here on this earth. You are constantly waiting for that right time, constantly waiting for tomorrow, constantly waiting for next week, next month, next year. You may not have that time. You may not. And this time that you are wasting right now, you will never get back, ever. You cannot ever get back time. You can get back money, you can get back some opportunities, but you can never get back the time. Once it's gone, it's gone. So you need to, two things. One, be more present where you're at right now. Right now. Instead of constantly focusing on the future, on next week, on next month, on next year, focus right now. And two, do the damn thing now. Instead of tomorrow, instead of next week, instead of next month or next year, now. I'm going to take a moment right now and think about how many things have you told yourself, promised yourself Put it as a goal, put it as a manifestation, journaled it, told your friends, put it on a vision board that you're going to do XYZ. And how many of those things have you actually made progress on? I would venture to guess not a lot of them. I'm sure you've done some, but how many of them have you not done? And then the kicker, how many things have you not even written down or acknowledged that you want to do? How many of those are there that you can't even get yourself to write them down because you just don't think it's possible, or you don't think you have the time, or you don't think you have the energy, or you don't think you have this or that? How many of those things are there? And how many of those things that you have written down, how many of those things that you haven't written down are you going to seriously regret later in life when they don't happen? How many? How awful is that going to feel? How awful is it going to feel in a month from now when you are in the same place you are right now? How shitty is that going to feel? Like, it's not going to feel good. I know, because I have been there more times than I would like to admit, but it's the reality. And that's why I'm here telling you this, because I know I have been there and it fucking sucks. It's taken me, going through things the hard way and just finally being fucking fed up with things not changing and realizing that I want to do those things. So I'm going to do them. And I'm not going to give a fuck who cares what I'm doing, because I'm doing it for me. That's the other thing. You don't do all of these things because of your partner, because of your friend, because of society, because of what somebody else might think. Might. There is no guarantee of what anybody else is going to do. So why not just do the damn thing for you? Fuck what others say, fuck what others do or think. They are not the ones living your life. So instead of, going back to this age thing, instead of worrying about somebody saying you should act your age, you determine what is acting your age. You determine that, not anybody else, not your parents, not your friends, not your siblings, not even your kids. Definitely not society, all of the generational crap and stigmas. None of them determine what acting your age means. You are the only person that can determine what that is for you. So figure that out and do the things that fucking make you happy, that make you feel good, that bring joy to your life. Because again, the time that you have wasted not spending time in joy, happiness, excitement, pleasure, adventure, all of that time that you have wasted up until right now, it's gone. It is gone forever. The only thing you can do now is to make the decision to stop wasting that time, stop worrying about what other people are going to think and say and do the shit for you. Just do it for you. And that's whatever you feel is appropriate for your age. And like, you don't even necessarily have to think about it that way. Like, that's the other thing. You are you. You are not an age. You are not a number. You are you. And if you are at a point where, you just don't have the energy, or you feel like crap or whatever, then it's looking at why is that? I fully believe that so many of the chronic issues that we have in society today is because of chronic stress and unresolved trauma in the body. Those things are killer to the body because everything that you have not dealt with, that you have not expressed, that you have not acknowledged is sitting in your body, and it is toxic as fuck. Now we talk about, all of like heavy metals and sugars and all of that. Okay, we know those are bad for our body, but so is stress, so is trauma, so is not dealing with that shit. So if you're, one who has managed to do better nutritionally and you're still not feeling as great as you want to, then you need to look at the other stuff that is stored in your body. It is not helping you one bit. You can only do so much utilizing external things. And that's where doing real body work, somatic work, to dive into this stuff that you have been shoving away. Because especially if you are somebody who has any sort of gut issues, that I mean, obviously I'm not a doctor, not a medical professional, so I can't diagnose. However, from my own personal experience, I have noticed a huge improvement in how my body feels internally since I have started doing somatic work and allowing myself to express my emotions, truly express them and not hold them in. Because I guarantee you have been holding some of that shit in since you were a child. And you can only carry so much before it becomes too much. So if you're in that place where you want to, fully live your life, you want to enjoy the, fun, adventure, pleasures, all of that, but you feel that you just don't have the energy, the bandwidth, then we need to look at doing that inner work. And that's where the somatics that I teach come in. That's where that deep inner work comes from and helps to heal a lot of that. Because that mindset work, that physical, like working out, it's only going to get you so far. So if you're in that place and you're like, okay, I want to do this shit, then you need to hop on my Black Friday offer. It is going to be that jump start of the somatic work to get you to a place where you can start feeling better in your body and you can start actually taking advantage of the time that you have now and stop wasting it. You're already going to be setting New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions, or maybe you're that person who you've set them every fucking year and you're finally like, I'm just not going to set them because it's not going to work. Then you really, really need this because you have tried and tried and tried and you've been doing the same damn thing and it's not working. So it is time for something different. Like they say, the definition of crazy is like trying to do the same thing over and over and over again, getting the same result or expecting a different result when you're doing the same damn thing. It's not going to happen. So you need to do something different. And that's where this somatic work is going to come in. I am offering a 2-day mini somatic program to give you those basics to dive into it so that you can start actually feeling good enough, freeing up that energetic space so that you can start living how the fuck you want to. Because it is time for you to do that. You've wasted so much time. Let's stop wasting any more time. Okay. So, fuck the term act your age. Stop wasting your time. Do the inner work. Join my mini Embody You Black Friday program. The link will be in the bio. This is a Black Friday only special. So this won't be available any other time but right now. And right now it is a super crazy deal. So you don't want to miss this because again, you can get back the money, but you cannot get back the time. So stop wasting the time, grab your spot, and let's do the fucking thing and start living your life the way that you want to live it without giving a fuck what other people think. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star review on iTunes. It not only helps me know you're enjoying the show, but it helps more listeners like you find the show. Wishing you all the pleasures. Until next time.